So, students, have you ever think then why the rolling ball after some time stopped? Why when you throw any object or ball, then after some time it becomes stop? It means it is facing any external force. So now today I am telling you about the friction force, one type of the force. In previous chapter you have studied about the different type of the force, maybe contact force or non-contact force. So there you heard about the friction force. So friction is a force which comes in the effect when the two surfaces are in contact. And what is another specialty? Two surfaces are in contact. Suppose this one is a surface A and another surface B. When these two surfaces are in contact and slide over each other, then the friction comes into existence. And friction is a force which always oppose the motion. Friction always oppose the motion. The only force that oppose the motion, that is the friction. So my dear student, today we will study about the friction. The friction acts between the two surfaces. While rolling on the ground gradually slows down comes due to the friction. Rest, and if you are pedaling the bicycle, gradually it becomes stopped due to the friction. So in many cases there is the friction force. Friction is the force which oppose the motion. One thing is also, so that is the very important force in our daily life. But how we can say that friction is very important for our daily life? Let's see. I will tell you. See, in that condition, this ball is stopped. If you are pushing that block over this one, then the friction is applying in between this contact surfaces. When you are riding the bicycle, then friction is applying in between the surfaces of the tires and roads. So that is the friction which oppose the motion and stop your car, or stop your ball, or stop your bicycle, or any moving object stopped after some time is due to the friction. So friction is very important in our daily life. If you see friction, now let's start the factors affecting on the friction. If you see the force of friction, then it depends mainly on two factors. What are these two factors? One is the nature of surface. Nature of surface. And another one is contact surface area. Contact surface area. Another third factor on which the friction is affecting, and that is the mass of the object. Okay, so these are some factors on which the friction depends. How? First, let's see one example. Nature of surface. What do you mean by the nature of surfaces? Maybe surface may be rough, or surface may be smooth. That is the nature of the surface. So friction depends on the nature of the surface. How? Friction force F is directly proportional to the roughness of the surface. What is the meaning of this statement? The meaning of this statement, when the roughness of the surface increases, then the friction also be increases. On any rough surface, friction would be more. Another thing, friction is directly proportional to the friction is inversely proportional to the smoothness of surface. Inversely proportional means when you increase the smoothness of the surface, then the friction will be less. So how it happened? Do you know how friction applied in between the two contact surface? Because on the surfaces of the object there are some irregularities. No surfaces having zero irregularities. Suppose this one is a surface A having irregularities in them, another surface of B also having irregularities. So when these two surfaces come in contact, then there is the interlocking between the two surfaces like that. And due to these interlocking in between the two surfaces, friction is coming in effect. So by the interlocking, friction comes in existence. And now suppose if you want to slide one surface on another, then you have to break this interlocking. Then only you can move one surface on another. That is the friction. The force which you require to break this interlocking and to overcome this interlocking, that is the friction basically. So what is the reason behind the friction applied in between the two surfaces? That reason is roughness of the surfaces having irregularities. If the surface is rough, then the irregularities in that surface would be more. If the surface is rough, then the irregularities would be more in that surface. And if the irregularities would be more, then we can say that if the irregularities would be more, then interlocking also be more, and that's why the friction would be more. And that is the reason friction is directly proportional to the roughness of the surface. And suppose surface is smooth. Surface is smooth means there is very less irregularities. So if there is less irregularities, then interlocking is also weak. Less irregularities. Yes, my dear student, less irregularities, then such surfaces which has the less irregularities is called a smooth surface. So when the irregularities are less in number, surface would be smooth and interlocking also be very weak. And that's why the friction is very less. So friction is inversely proportional to the smoothness. Second thing, friction is directly proportional to the contact surface area. Suppose these two surfaces are in contact. One is like that. Here only this portion is in the contact. And another one is like that. Here is the total contact surface. Total surfaces are in contact. So in which case the surface would be, the friction would be more. In that case the friction would be more. In that case the friction would be less. Why? Because due to the less contact surface area, less irregularities in between the two surfaces. If the contact surface area be less, then the irregularities between the two surfaces also be less, and that's why friction would be directly proportional to the contact surface area. If you increase the contact surface area, then friction also be increases due to the increases of interlocking in between the irregularities. Because when the contact surface area is more, then the irregularities, more irregularities come in contact and interlock, then automatically the friction would be more. So that is why friction is more on a rough surface. See, if you, but in one experiment, if you roll one cell through a sliding surface and move it on a rough surface, then it will cover a short distance due to the more friction. And another thing, if you see, friction is more if the surface are compressed harder. Now if you putting the pressure, if you compress this box and slide it, then friction would be more. Friction is less if the surface are not pressed harder. If you are not putting the pressure, if you are not pressing, then the interlocking would be weak, and if the interlocking would be weak, then friction is less. So that are the factors on which friction is depend. Very important. For what is the cause? Once again I am telling you, friction is caused due to the interlocking of irregularities between the two surfaces which are in contact. Student, remember one thing, for the friction the two object surfaces must come in contact, then only the friction come in existence. So friction is caused due to the interlocking of the irregularities between the two surfaces which are in contact. In a smooth surface, as I already told you, smooth surface have minute irregularities between them, and due to the minute irregularities, the interlocking would be weak and friction would be less. Rough surface has larger irregularities in between them, and large irregularities has the strong interlocking in between them. So force of friction is more if the surfaces are rough. Understand? So these two factors which are basically affecting the friction. See, if these two surfaces are in contact, so how the friction come in existence? These two surfaces, the surface of this block and the surface of this longer block, if you see minutely, then both of the surface which are coming in contact having irregularities, and these irregularities interlocked. So that interlocking is in the form of friction. So if you want to slide this surface over that surface, then you have to break the interlocking. You have to break this interlocking, and then only you can break. That is equal to the friction. So my dear student, friction is a opposition force which always oppose the motion. Friction is depends on the nature of the surface. Basically the main reason of the friction are the irregularities of the surfaces. And why the irregularities? Because when the two surfaces come in contact, then the irregularities of both of the surfaces interlocked. So to overcome the interlocking comes in the form of friction. That is the friction. Now student, we will study in our next segment, we will study that what are the different types of the friction, and what are the things which affect the friction, how we can increase or decrease the friction. That we will study in our next segment. So in this segment only, know about the friction and the factors affecting the force of friction that I told you in this section. So now in the next section I will tell you about the types of the friction. So further, thank you, have a nice day.